Moses is fighting in December. We'll be announcing an opponent, I hope, within the next week, 10 days. And that'll be in Manchester in December.
Usyk. Or he might knock him out. I don't know. But personally, at 20, you know, you got to get it right. And Frank, like I said, Frank knows what he's doing. And I think I'd be very surprised if they took that kind of test. Yeah.
You want to take it slow. Don't rush him. Let him enjoy. He's still 20 years old. Let him get to 22, 23 years old. And that's then you start putting him in with the top names in boxing, like the Usyks and like the Wilders or even the Joshuas and the Furies.
A couple of things we've added, but on the fight night, you'll see if they will come to fruition. Right now, it's the hard work, the grind in the gym, the everyday sort of work, and just keeping on top of it is what I'm doing right now.
When is he ready? I think he could beat most heavyweights in the world, with the exception possibly of Usyk and maybe Dubois, possibly AJ. Of the top 3 or 4, he's not ready for them yet.
Boxing Pros stunned reactions to Itauma versus Dubois show. Why this fight has everyone talking. News is unbeaten and already showing maturity beyond his years. Looks like the future. Dubois, with 23 wins and 2 losses, still carries the shadow of mental doubt.
It is tough to guess, but I have a feeling that the experience of Usyk can be decide in this fight.
Frank Warren has confirmed it. Itauma versus Dubois is officially on. Itauma, beaten and rising fast, is climbing with frightening momentum. Dubois, with 23 wins and 22 knockouts but 2 crushing defeats, faces a do-or-die December. This isn't hype, it's legacy on the line.
Moses Itauma versus Daniel Dubois, I mean, that's a cracking fight down the line, isn't it?
Fight down the line. Yeah. All these Brits are. Yeah, listen, I mean, look, we're blessed in there. I think we've got about 5 Brits in.
Duke McKenzie highlights the reach of Itauma versus Dubois. 3 generations hooked. Young fans rally behind Itauma's fearless unbeaten rise, while older fans measure Dubois against his 23-2 record. This isn't just a fight, it's the heavyweight story of now and next.
Hey dads, let's get that right. However, the intrigue that surrounds this fight, I've got young kids in my gym that are going to be tuning into this
3
fight.
generations are going to watch it, aren't they? That's what's great.
I mean, they're so excited about it.
Boxing Pros stunned at Itauma's composure. Despite all the hype, he stays calm and grounded, unbeaten and hailed as the future. Moses looks unshaken. Meanwhile, Dubois carries the weight of 2 brutal losses on his 23-2 record. Calm versus fragile. That's the contrast.
I mean, everybody expected me to do it, so what are you going to do?
Are you expecting over the next few days everything to change?
No. Still going to be the same me.
I saw a nice little post of you at Greenacre. You went back to your old school.
I mean, life's good, man. God is great.
Boxing world stunned by Chisora's blunt warning. Dubois has only a puncher's chance. He admits Moses owns the edge in youth, speed, sharpness, and elite coaching. Raw power won't be enough, and Chisora's lottery comparison says it all. Daniel relies on luck, while Moses controls the fight.
Boxing a guy who's 24 years old, who's got his faculties right, getting trained by one of the best trainers in the United Kingdom, and then mate, it's like you got more chance of winning the lottery than you beating that Moses Itauma. Let's be honest about it. Yeah. So if you
Johnny Nelson exposes the real gap mentality. Dubois has skills but lacks independence and self-belief, held back by outside influence. Meanwhile, Itauma, younger yet sharper, shows confidence, maturity, and calm under the spotlight. In boxing, mindset decides greatness, and that's where Moses already beats Dubois.
So far, but when you get to elite level, you can't get away with it. I don't think Daniel has the capability, strength in regards to talking to his dad or standing up to his dad or standing up to that setup. I don't think he has the strength to do that, and which is why it will always hold him back. You got to look. This is personal business, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. Caroline, she, as far as I know, she doesn't work with her dad. There must be a reason for it.
Adam Smith breaks it down perfectly. Moses Itauma's true danger is his footwork and distance control. At just 19, he fights with veteran precision, forcing mistakes, punishing overcommitments, and freezing opponents with sharp counters. Dubois depends on raw power, but against movement and rhythm, he looks predictable. Moses controls the space, the pace, and the fight, while Dubois is still searching for answers.
The problem with Moses is that his feet and his distance and his range is so good, and he's so quick that if you commit to the punches, you're going to get countered. And if you don't, you're going to get backed up and taken out. So it's a real puzzle. There's not many heavyweights that are southpaws. Obviously, Alexander Usyk is, but he's moved up into that.
Moses shows maturity by admitting Dubois can be tricky in sparring, but sparring isn't fighting. Under the lights, Dubois' flaws return: fragile resolve, limited adaptability, and a predictable rhythm. Itauma's honesty proves his focus. He studies, adapts, and prepares, while Dubois leans on power. And when styles make fights, Moses' youth, speed, and composure are built to neutralize Dubois. One fights with calculation, the other with hope, and it's clear who cracks first.
Daniel Dubois, how are you getting on with Daniel, by the way? Do you even speak much? Like, how's it go?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually surprised. He's completely different to what he portrays, like what people think he actually is. Like, no, I was surprised, but yeah, no, training with Dubois it's been good. Obviously in that high altitude in Spain as well. Yeah, I can't really ask for a better prep camp.
I think it was in that George Groves podcast, you talked about maybe your most difficult spot has been Daniel Dubois, because he's not like a plodder, he moves.
Yeah, no, it's literally styles makes fights, doesn't it? Yeah. And I think Dubois, his style is one of my trickiest. So yeah, it gels well.
Carl Frampton gives Dubois credit for improving, but doubts remain. Yes, Daniel looks sharper, but scars from Joyce and Usyk don't vanish overnight. Under elite pressure, he's crumbled before. Moses, meanwhile, earns genius praise for his composure, footwork, and mentality. Frampton's view mirrors the boxing world. Respect Dubois' power, but when true brilliance stands across the ring, he falls short. Moses is already stepping toward greatness, while Daniel is still running from his past.
Dubois is certainly a much more dangerous fighter than he was. So he does have a chance to win the fight, but in saying that, I've backed against Usyk a couple of times, and specifically the Fury.
Tony Billy raises the size debate, then shuts it down. Size means nothing without skill, heart, and intelligence. Usyk proved that by dismantling giants, and Moses shows the same traits with speed, reflexes, and composure. Dubois may carry more muscle and raw power, but when that's neutralized, history shows he runs out of ideas. Billy admits Moses isn't yet as polished as Usyk, but what he already has, fearlessness, hunger, and balance, is enough to cause nightmares. He doesn't need to be Usyk, he just needs to be himself. At 19, Billy calling him the future is more than praise, it's a warning to Dubois.
But the only thing that I worry about with Moses is the size. But ultimately, as we've seen now, size becomes irrelevant, because look what Alexander Usyk's done. This guy's gone out and beaten everyone, including me. He's exceptional. So I don't think Moses is going to be as technically as good as Alexander Usyk, but he's the next in line. I think he's the future of the heavyweight division. I think he's an outstanding talent.
Billow warns Moses is being thrown to the wolves, but let's be clear, who are the wolves? Dubois, the same fighter broken by Joyce and undone by Usyk's pressure? If that's the test, Moses isn't endangered. He's stepping into a showcase. Dubois has raw power, but flaws too. Shaky defense, predictable movement, fragile resolve. Moses, even at 20, fights with maturity and calm beyond his years. He adapts, dismantles, and never panics. Billow's caution is rooted in care, but Moses isn't a typical prospect. He's a phenom rewriting boxing's rulebook. For Dubois, this is survival. For Moses, it's opportunity. The so-called wolves might just find themselves staring down a young lion.
I think that's a dreadful fight for Moses, you know. I just think to throw this kid into the wolves at this stage so early in his career, I just don't get what for. He's a young man, let him develop the same as every other fighter, let him learn his trade.
Dubois talks like a man eager for battle, but the words fall flat. It's gonna be a good fight sounds more like hope than conviction. We've seen this before, big stage, big promises, then collapse. Joyce shattered his eye, Usyk broke his spirit. Those scars aren't erased with soundbite. Moses Itauma doesn't need noise. His unbeaten climb, calm demeanor, and frightening technical maturity speak louder than talk ever could. Dubois frames this as a comeback, but that exposes desperation. He's fighting for survival, not legacy. For Moses, this is the leap from prodigy to contender. The moment he proves brilliance under the brightest lights. When fists fly, raw power won't save Dubois. Itauma's precision, composure, and discipline will ask questions that Daniel has never been able to answer.
So, Daniel, you're in the office for a meeting. Is there some fight news coming soon?
Yeah, big news announcing soon. So I'll let these guys talk about it. But I'm gonna be well up for it and coming back.
Frank and Sam were excited for Daniel's return.
I'm more excited by his T-shirt.
Yeah.
Big news. It's going to be a tough fight, a good fight, quality fight. Everybody's going to love it when they hear it. It's a big, big fight.
Yeah.
Daniel, you're excited?
No, I'm 100% ready to go.